Welcome to the first ever episode of The Breakdown. In this series, I'm taking one part of the Unsportsmanlike Commentary podcast with myself and Tyler, diving into it with a bit more detail and providing updates based on any potential new and relevant information. For the first installment of the series, we're going to look at whether or not Seattle is taking Jalen Carter, defensive tackle out of Georgia, with the fifth overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. The draft is scheduled for tomorrow, and I'll be live streaming it in the first round with Tyler right here on the channel, so come join us for that. But one storyline garnering attention ahead of the draft is where the embattled Georgia star will get drafted. The Seahawks have been linked to Jalen Carter in several mock drafts for a while, and they continue to fawn over Carter, at least publicly. And it's fitting. Experts agree that the Seahawks need to improve their D-line, and Carter, seen as a potential generational talent at defensive tackle, would be one hell of an anchor for that interior. And Pete Carroll does have a reputation for taking chances on guys with past character issues and has not been shy about how much he loves Carter. So Seattle taking Carter at 5 is a no-brainer, right? Well, not so fast. The Georgia prospect was charged with reckless driving and racing on January 15th. While Carter's vehicle did not crash, the vehicle he was racing against did, killing the driver and a passenger. Carter turned himself in and ended up settling a plea deal in order to avoid jail time. Now, before this incident, he was widely seen as a potential number one pick. However, between his legal troubles and widespread reports that teams were worried about his work ethic and love for the game, his stock has understandably taken a hit. So when Tyler and I discussed Carter potentially going to the Sea Chickens at 5th overall, it was a spirited discussion that led to a little side bet.
Who do you have going 5?
I have Seattle drafting defensive tackle Jalen Carter. When you're sitting at 5 and the two best edge rushers are off the fucking board, corner's not your necessary immediate need as much as your interior defensive line is.
I would be willing to make a side bet on this one that the Seahawks do not take Carter. And I have a reason why I believe that they don't.
I want to hear your reason before I agree to a bet.
Here's what the Seahawks organization is, right? They like to play what they think is 3D chess, when really what they're doing is just playing a really complicated game of checkers. And so they've been, first they did all the stuff about, we're going to go Jalen Carter. They're putting out the fact that, that they're letting people know the fact that, Pete Carroll doesn't worry about guys with the history. He's taking chances on guys like that, right? The people that run the organization, the owners, are terrified of players with bad character. And I know that because they're the same owners that run the Portland Trailblazers organization, which is my favorite basketball team and the organization I follow religiously. It's the same fucking assholes running the Seahawks. And I can tell you right now, they are scaring themselves fucking shitless over Jalen Carter's, the fact that he has all these things coming out about his work ethic being terrible, accepted a plea deal to get out of going to jail. Yeah, they're terrified. There's legit concern in Seattle about his character, and I think they're staying.
Okay, so what are we looking for out of a side bet?
I think push-ups on the live stream.
Push-ups? Just because you're wearing a U.S. Army shirt right now does not mean you get to fucking wage your physical activity. No, I haven't done PT in like a month and a half, bro. Could we not? All right, let's do $20.
$20 bet. All right, it's locked in.
Now, since that recording, there have been a couple of developments that I believe means I will be $20 richer after the draft. One, Will Levis is getting increasingly linked to the top 2 picks and has dramatically risen as the Vegas favorite to be the number 1 pick. Now, how does a quarterback going 1 or 2 impact Carter at 5? Well, it actually increases the probability the top 2 picks will go back-to-back quarterback, as the Texans, who have the number 2 pick, are also rumored to want Levis and would have a hard time passing on Bryce Young if he falls to him. Given the Colts are also likely taking a quarterback at the number 4 pick, it means that one of either Will Anderson Jr. or Tyree Wilson should be available for the Seahawks at 5. Both of these guys are defensive end prospects that do not carry the same legal troubles Carter does, and it's really hard to see the Seahawks passing on either of them. And 2, it has been reported that the Eagles are trying to trade up from the number 10 pick in order to draft Carter, as they need to replace losing Javon Hargrave in the center of their defensive line. And what draft range are they trying to trade into? That's right, 6 through 8. Now, why is this such a big deal? because moving up even a couple of spots this early in the draft comes at a high premium. Teams have to put up some serious assets, and you don't seek to trade into the 6 to 8 range unless you're confident your guy will not get taken in the first 5 picks. And that is why on Thursday, Jalen Carter will be a Seahawk and I will be $20 richer. But those are just my thoughts. What are yours? Let us know where you think Carter is getting drafted in the comments section. And please like and subscribe and help us to grow this channel. Thank you, and see you Thursday.